Dragon Ball Z covers a lot of time, but characters like Vegeta, Krillin, and Piccolo still see a lot of development. If you want to know these developments, stay with me until the end of the video. Be sure to subscribe before starting. Thankful. Akira Toriyama's Dragon Ball Z has become a major cultural touchstone for both anime fans as well as the next generation of shonen storytellers. Dragon Ball Z remains a standout series for many reasons, but the anime's greatest strength is that it allows its characters to experience genuine development that's reached naturally over time. Dragon Ball Z covers such a large span of time that some characters grow up before the audience's eyes. Most of Dragon Ball's best and boldest have bettered themselves by the end of Dragon Ball Z, yet some individuals go above and beyond and deserve a little extra credit. 10. Vegeta. It's common for shonen anime to rehabilitate former villains into trusted allies, but Dragon Ball Z truly embraces this trope. Vegeta is one of Dragon Ball Z's first major villains, and he makes his mark as a vindictive. Entitled Contrast to Goku, Vegeta initially works with the heroes under duress on Planet Namek, but he becomes properly indoctrinated into the group after he builds a family with Bulma. It's inspiring to see Vegeta put his life on the line for his home on Earth and truly atone for the lives that he took. He proves that he's a hero once he's allowed to retain his body in the afterlife. 9. Gohan. Gohan is a Dragon Ball Z character who benefits from being introduced as an infant, but by the end of the series, he's a grown man with a child of his own. In this sense, Gohan experiences a physical transformation that's undeniable. However, he truly matures in an emotional and psychological sense over the course of the anime. Gohan stops spending life as a frightened child and learns how to take control of his surroundings and properly channel his aggression. Gohan proves himself to be a perfectly well-rounded individual who finds a way to balance punishing martial arts with a domestic life as a husband and father. 8. Android 18. Android 18 is designed to be vital fuel for Cell's perfection, which sends the character down a fascinating path of self-discovery after she outlives her purpose. Android 18 is exposed to tremendous empathy from Krillin, who pleads that she's given a second chance and even wishes to have her explosive device removed. Android 18 follows Krillin's example in stride as someone who loves life's simple pleasures as much as she does a worthy physical challenge. Android 18 feels like a new person by the end of Dragon Ball Z, but her growth only continues in Dragon Ball Super and Dragon Ball GT. 7. Piccolo. Piccolo is another touching redemption story, but his development is especially shocking since it involves the betrayal of his family in favor of his greatest rival. Piccolo is brought into this world for the purpose of Goku's destruction, a task that Piccolo's father could not complete himself. Raditz's arrival at the start of Dragon Ball Z forces Piccolo into a heroic alliance that forever changes his life. Piccolo becomes a surrogate guardian for Gohan and goes to the extreme length of sacrificing himself to save Goku's boy. The significance of this act is undeniable, and Piccolo continues to put himself in harm's way for the disenfranchised. 6. Majin Buu. Majin Buu, specifically the rotund version of the character who sticks around on Earth and is colloquially referred to as Goodba, becomes quite the surprising success story in Dragon Ball Z. Babidi awakens this ancient evil and his debut is marked with endless destruction and chaos. That being said, Buu's childlike mentality is obvious, and it becomes clear that he's not necessarily evil as he is beholden to Babidi's orders. All that Buu needs to turn over a new leaf is to spend a little time with Mr. Satan and his dog, B. He learns the value of empathy and friendship. There's no going back for the Majin meanness. 5. Krillin. Krillin is Goku's best friend and someone who he's known since his youth. Krillin's childhood was full of checkered events that don't reflect a hero. However, Master Roshi's training helps Krillin get his priorities in order, which continues in Dragon Ball Z. It takes remarkable insight to understand where one's limitations lie, and Krillin shifts to a life of public service for the police. This allows him more time with his family, yet it's not impossible for him to take on a galactic tyrant when necessary. 4. Tenda. Piccolo is Dragon Ball Z's most popular Namekian and the species' primary representation. It's important not to forget about Tenda, who arguably experiences one of the most dramatic character arcs in the series. Tenda is a terrified Namekian child when Gohan and company first meet him. He becomes a helpful yet reluctant healer on the battlefield. But it's not the right fit. Tenda is appointed as Earth's guardian and Kami's replacement after he fuses with Piccolo. Tenda becomes a considerate and worthy guardian of the planet who has helped the Dragon Balls become considerably stronger. 3. Hercule Satan. Hercule Satan is a hard pill to swallow when he's introduced in Dragon Ball Z. Hercule selfishly steals fame and attention even though he lacks a fraction of the strength of any of Earth's heroes. This braggadocious behavior is quite annoying and robs characters like Goku and Gohan of their proper credit. Mr. Satan never drops this facade, but he does at least help the public celebrate Goku, better humanize Boo, and become a reliable source of financial support for several characters. Mr. Satan is loyal toward those that he cares about, and, if nothing else, it's obvious by the end of the series why people hang out with him. 2. Future Trunks. Future Trunks is one of Dragon Ball Z's most popular characters since he makes a flashy debut with a strong weapon and transformation that feels fully formed. Future Trunks reveals a tragic backstory that's full of loss, and he almost feels like a machine because of his cold, detached nature. Future Trunks' time with the Z-Warriors reminds him of the joys of humanity and what he's traveled through time to protect. Future Trunks experiences even greater growth in Dragon Ball Super when he takes on Zamasu and finds comfort in Future Mai. However, Future Trunks still shows change even without this moving epilogue. 1. Bulma. Bulma doesn't always get her due as a Dragon Ball Z character simply because she doesn't participate on the battlefield, and her skills lie elsewhere. Bulma is the first person that Goku meets in the original series, and she pointedly matures from the love-struck teenager into one of the world's greatest minds. Bulma's scientific contributions in Dragon Ball Z are vital to the hero's success, whether it's through her work on spaceships, time machines, and other technological anomalies. Even Bulma's decision to settle down with Vegeta over Yamcha demonstrates maturity on her part. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Goodbye.